Instagram. My name is Ryan Rawl, concrete contractor here in Southern California. A friend of mine on Instagram, his name is SC Frederick. He's a concrete contractor over in Maryland. Asked me about my rig, asked me about my finishing belt. I was wearing it the other day, I guess. He saw it or something, he asked me about it, and so he asked just for some pictures. He goes, send me pictures of that thing. And so I just figured I'd do a quick video. Hopefully the video will be a little more helpful. You might be able to see it a little bit better and go from there. But shout out to FC Frederick. He's a good contractor. He's a family-owned business. I looked at all of his pictures, not all of them, but quite a few of them. I mean, over 3/4 of them. And they do good work. They have good equipment, and they're good guys. So get a chance, go check out their page, give him a follow. He's a good man. So it's my finishing belt, nice and tight, rolled up, ready to go. This is how it'd be if I pulled it out of my truck. So it's not very big. Some guys, man, they have like these saddles. They have like almost looks like a horse's saddle on the back, on their backside. It's like this tall. It's funky. But this is just I keep on there what I need. So it's just a belt. I'm left-handed, so I kind of keep everything on my left side. There's my hand float, fiberglass resin hand float, right here on my side, on the right side, kind of out of the way. It's like right here on my side. Just a hand edger. I'll keep the hand edger, on my back. Doesn't matter which one you put it on, but I kind of keep these a little bit separate. Put that there. Hand groover, joiner, whatever you want to call it. I put it on my belt there. Finishing trowel on my pointer pouch right there on the little hammer holder hook. My rod gloves, keep in my hands. I just keep them. I got a little clamp hanging right here. Just keep it right there. And my knee pads. Gotta have my knee pads. I don't know if it's because I'm older or what. My knees don't hurt, but I just hate. It's like going outside without your shoes on or something. I just hate kneeling down on concrete or on the dirt or just on the ground and not have my knee pads. This is my gear. I'm ready to go. I've got my float hanging, it's my edger, my joiner, pointer pouch, got the, everything set up right there. There's my gloves, I'm ready to go. Doesn't matter where I go, what I do. They call me over here, I can go trowel and do whatever I gotta do over there. They call me over there, I can go over there. I'm not forgetting, I'm not going, oh, I left my trowel over there, oh, I left this over there, and I hate that. I hate it. So, this is just, that way you're just ready to go. The only time you really wouldn't use this type of a rig, a setup, is if you're doing like big commercial production work and everything's going to get machined. Everything's done by machine. You're not rodding it by hand, so you don't need no rod gloves. You're not floating edges because they're just going to machine and pan and machine the edges, so you don't really float the edges. At least we don't out here. We might short stick the edge and then just trowel it one time. So a lot of times those guys, when they're doing that kind of work, they just keep their trowel in their back pocket. They'll have a pair of mud boots on, concrete boots. Maybe some leather gloves or just maybe a pair of whatever, and they'll have a trowel in their back pocket because that's all they're really going to need on that production stuff, And they're doing concrete tilt-ups or they're doing a parking lot, whatever it might be. They got a laser screed out there and they're pulling the mud back and they're pouring 50,000 square feet of concrete in one day. It's all machine, and so you don't need all that stuff. But if you're doing any kind of handwork, any kind of detail work, stamp patios, steps, cantilever coping on a pool deck, patio, driveway, whatever, garage slab with joints in it, control joints, and you're stripping the face. Sometimes even out here in California, a lot of times they'll make us strip the face on the inside of the garage and actually trowel that with the cove. We never used to do that when I was younger, but now they're trying to make it a little nicer. So anyhow, you just have your setup, you have your rig on there, you're just ready to go. That's what I use. Kind of go through it here a little bit more. I've made this video like 5 times. I keep thinking, let's do this, let's do that. My son's dying. So again, I think you get the idea with the trowels and stuff. Can you see the belt good, Noah? Mm-hmm. Just a regular leather belt, 1 3/4 wide. I kind of like a little bit bigger. I want something with a little bit of meat, a little bit of substance. But if it was skinnier and smaller, I would probably cut it. I'm a little chunky. So if it was skinnier and smaller, it would cut into my side. I don't like that. So I just like the belt the way it is. 1 3/4 wide, nice and thick, heavy. Got a heavy duty buckle on there. I've had this thing for years. And then I got the 3 float hooks. That's all I have. I have 3. That's all I need. Just plastic float hook. And that's just tie wire on there. I wrap tie wire around it. Because if you didn't have the tie wire on there, these things would get real thin. The plastic would just wears out. You got that thing, you're walking all over the job and it's just constantly rattling like this back and forth. And it just wear that plastic out in probably like 2 weeks, if not sooner. So you put the tie wire on there, it'll last forever. I've had these hooks forever. And so I got one for my hand float. You're only gonna use one float at a time. I got one for my joiner to run expansion joints, and I got one for my edger. That's, you know. And then this is my pointer pouch. I call it a pointer pouch. Just a piece of leather. Got the 2 slots through it. This look, I mean, just again, I know Frederick knows this. I know a lot of the concrete guys know this, but we're just making this video for the world. So a lot of people don't know. They're like, what the heck is that? It's a pointer. We call it a pointer trowel. I use it for, it's like a mini shovel. I use it to clean my rod boards. I'll use it to clean off my trowels. Sometimes you get a bunch of junk on there, and I just don't like it. So I'll scrape it off. Or sometimes it's dried on there. You might have had the mud on the trowel, and it's dried on there from 2 hours ago. And you go to trowel again, and you can't. It's jacked. So you scrape that off, get it nice and clean, and you're ready to trowel again. But it's a pointer trowel. Again, I feel naked if I don't have this thing. Got to have it. Goes in my pointer pouch. They make pointer pouches without this hook thing on there, but I like it just because I can put a hammer in there if I need to, or I can put my trowel in there. It's just an extra place to hold stuff. And then on my belt, I have just a little clamp. It kind of swings freely. And that's it, just to hold my gloves. And that's all I got. That's what I use. I'll just put my stuff back on. I put the hook on wrong. That's it. It's done. All right. I hope that was a help to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Have a good day. Take care. See you.